How to get someone to open up to you. That is what Bruno, one of my subscribers, asked me. So I gave him a few tips and one killer mindset that makes almost anyone want to talk to you. These are tips that have worked for me, so I hope they help you too. Enjoy the video. There's probably 3 or 4 things I could say to this. I think the first is that it's okay to not take no for an answer. To ask 4 or 5 questions in a row and see what happens, right? That's definitely one thing I like to do. Like, oh, okay, why? Okay, how come? All right, what got you into tennis? Right? And like really try to just go down the train. In the moment, it feels like you're being annoying. And I think it's okay because there's 2 options. There's 2 outcomes that happen. Either 1, the person doesn't want to talk to you and you didn't connect, or 2, you eventually dig deeper and they want to connect with you and then you actually have a good interaction. This one, the one where they don't connect, is guaranteed if you don't do anything. So you might as well do something and try. If you get to like 5, 6 questions and the person still isn't giving you anything, and more importantly, their body language and like, you know, you could tell from their face, they're kind of like not into you, that's fair, right? Leave it, let it be, and find somebody else who's willing to reciprocate the energy. At the end of the day, some people just aren't going to be willing to talk. You can kind of try to optimize how many people will be willing to talk with the next few techniques I'll give you. But some people are just having a crap day. They don't want to make new friends. There's like endless excuses and reasons. Sometimes it can't be helped, but definitely asking more questions and kind of forcing them to dig deeper is really good. The other 2 mindsets I think can be really powerful because it almost forces the person to want to interact with you. I believe Patrick King calls this elicitation. So there's 2 ways I do it, right? You make assumptions about them based on what you could see about them, based on their outfits, you know, their general demeanor. You know, one thing you could go up and say is like, oh, you seem like you're really into books, aren't you? Something just random, right? Just a big assumption. Anybody, right, will be like, what? Why do you think so? Like, what about me right now made you think that? Another assumption or elicitation, I should say, that you could make is based on the context. So, for example, she's kind of in the corner of the party or whatever. You approach and you say something like, yeah, I totally feel you. This party is way too loud. I wish they'd turn it down. And then she is going to either go like, oh, no, I don't think it's loud at all. Or like, oh, yeah, I totally agree. But either way, now you're kind of talking. So I think those are 2, well, I guess it's 3 real ways that I like to do it. But again, all with the caveat, some people just, it's not going to work out. I guess the big underlying thing about all of this that I think is super important is that you're doing this to have fun. Right? It's not that serious, right? If you ask questions or make an assumption and it bombs, it's okay, right? You're doing this to grow yourself and to have a good time in life. And I think when you look at it from that lens and that, you know, nothing is like catastrophic, nothing is the end of the world, you're just having fun, you're seeing what sticks. 1, it lowers the barrier of what you're willing to do. And 2, it increases the percentage chance of cool things that happen, you know, of opportunities that come up. I think that's like a super like very underlying mindset and an underlying thing that I like to do it is to look at it from. It's just have fun, right? Just whatever is going to excite you, try to do it. Now, these tips are great for getting someone to start talking to you. But if you want to have truly deep and meaningful conversations, then you should check out this video where I give Bruno some tips to do just that. That's all I have for you today. My name is Isaiah, and above all else, I hope you keep connecting. Take care and good luck.